Hey, Life Church family, this is Pastor Jimmy. I just wanted to take a minute to talk to you about the book Test Me, written by Pastor GF Watkins. This week we're studying chapter 1 in our life groups, and chapter 1 talks about Malachi chapter 1, and I believe the theme that we find through Malachi 1 is that of honor. The concept of giving honor to God in a relationship. I think honor is one of those things that is been forgotten in our day and time. I think the ability to give honor is a sign of maturity. I see young people growing up that don't know how to honor their mother and father. I see grown adults that don't have the concept of what it means to honor our elders, to honor their parents, to show honor. How can one be shown honor if they don't know how to show honor? Being honorable is being Christ-like. And so God in Malachi 1 wants us to show him honor. He desires our worship. He desires our praise. He is a great king, it says in Malachi 1. He's to be honored. He's to be feared. He's to be reverenced. And so what we saw in Malachi 1, we saw people when they brought their offering to God, when they brought their sheep or they brought their lamb or whatever it was they brought to God, they were bringing sick animals. They were bringing animals that had a broken leg. And what God says was, don't give me that. He says, would you present that to a governor? If you presented something that was less than your best to a governor, would he appreciate it? Would he be happy with you? And of course, we know the answer is absolutely not. So if we know to show man honor and to bring our best, or he would be upset with us, how much more does God desire for us to bring our best? How much more does God, as an act of worship and as an act of obedience, does God desire for us to bring our best with a joyful heart first? Not that we would rob God, but that we would worship the Lord. I think sometimes when it comes to the concept of testing God, in the tithe and in the offering, the question comes down to trust. I mean, how much do you really trust God? Do you trust him with your life? I mean, we all say that God is number one, that he's the most important thing in our life. We usually say something like this: God, family, work, church, something like that. But do we really trust God? The fact is God has your best in mind. He has your best and my best always in mind. And if there's anyone that can take care of us, it's him. So if we're going to trust him with our life, if we're going to pray to him in the good times and the bad, we must trust him with the tithe. We must trust him with everything. And when we bring him our gifts and our sacrifices, they must be our best. We come on a Sunday morning and we bring our family, not so that we can check off our list that, hey, we did our good deed and that we feel better when we leave. We come on a Sunday morning to worship God, and we bring our family before the Lord as an act of worship, as an act of honor. We do it every time the doors are open to honor him. And when it's time to give, we know that he gave us everything that we have. So we willingly, with a joyful heart, give him just the dime on the dollar. The dime on the dollar, knowing that his word declares he can take the 90% and do more with that than we could ever do with the 100%. So this week, I challenge you to search deep into your heart. Hey, and let's recommit that we're going to show the Lord honor in how we live. We're going to show the Lord honor in the things we do and the things that we say and the places that we go. We're going to show the Lord honor when we bring our tithe and our offering before the Lord. And everything we do, we're going to honor him. And I tell you what, when we have the right heart that shows him honor, it brings pleasure to him. It brings intimacy into our relationship, and God releases the blessing upon our life. I want you to be blessed. I don't want you to live under a curse. I want you to have more than enough at all times and to be able to be a blessing. So I want the blessing of God on your life and on my life. I love you very much. I hope you have a fantastic life group. Lord bless you.